Hey everyone, welcome back to Watch It Played. My name is Rodney Smith, and this is
Pat McDonald, and we're here to continuing our playthrough of Robinson Crusoe.
I was afraid you were going to say conclude.
Second edition.
Things don't look great. Some people have said that maybe it's the end for us.
Oh, it's definitely
I think you
the
said
end.
it.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
But I think there's a chance we can still persevere and get past this. I think we're going to be fine. I think we've seen the worst of it, right? Things went really well. We got a little overconfident. Then we got a little reality knocked back. Now we're going to start. It's the underdog story. Everyone loves the underdog story. We're gonna rally and we're gonna overcome this island.
This is like when Tim Robbins hit his leg on a rock, and it's like it's all over now, but he made it through.
Right. We're gonna do the same. It's a little different. I lost my leg technically.
You lost your leg.
I completely lost my leg, to be clear. But that's just going to make our win all the more satisfying. So that's what I'm telling myself anyway. We got a suggestion from Ogre Crusher about what to do next. It's going to involve smoking a pipe. Let's go to the table and see what's next. First thing we're going to do, Pap, is get some wood onto that wood pile.
Boom, done.
Well done, Ogre Crusher. You've started us towards our end goal. But you know what? He's concerned that maybe you're not as determined as you could be, Pap. So he wants you to smoke all the tobacco in the pipe. Somehow, that's going to make you more determined.
Well, I thought that was your pipe, but I guess I found it in the camp and just decided to.
You think I could make a pipe with my carpentry skills?
I assume you bought it before you got to the island.
Okay, well, here's 4 determination tokens.
Well, I'm actually just going to spend 3 of those immediately, also by Ogre Crusher's suggestion.
Yes.
In order to up our morale.
I like that idea very much. And our pipe is depleted here, so we can throw this out.
Let's just throw it on the wood pile.
You can't put that in the wood pile. I like the way you're thinking, though.
Next up on the Ogre Crusher list, I really like that list.
I do like that list. I imagine it involves a lot of ogres and crushing them.
Yes. So I'm going to explore this little hidden valley that we hadn't seen yet.
Okay, well, you know what I'm going to do, Pep? I'm going to work on building a sack.
That doesn't sound that difficult to build.
Well, if I'd try something that didn't involve wood this time, but I do require a pelt, which I'll assign. I think I'll leave the more complicated construction to you for a little while.
All right, well, I'll work on this extremely complicated knife.
Well, I don't know about complicated. Looks a little more dangerous than I should probably be around.
That's true. You'll probably cut your other leg off.
Exactly. Now, I'm not entirely avoiding danger. I'm going to come over here and try to deal with this tree that we need to remove. It requires a token as well as rope, and thankfully we completed that last round. Okay, those are all the actions. Now it's just time to resolve them. Okay, I hog-tied that tree, I hauled it out of there, and for my efforts, Pep, I'm bringing back both a piece of wood and a determination token.
You don't even need your pipe.
Yeah, I was already pretty determined. And I'm going to be able to remove this from the threat area.
Oh, it's a knife, it's a knife, it's a knife, it's a knife. If there's a thing you need to stab, I can get you there in a dab, it's a knife.
Oh, this is the worst children's song.
It's a knife. Oh, everything.
Well, yes, you got a little bit of everything here, Pep. Yeah, we fixed our roof very quickly there. But you did succeed.
Yay!
You made the knife. The goats both look a little more nervous now. However, you are going to have to take a wound.
Well, that knife was kind of sharp.
Yeah, understandable that you hurt yourself there. And you're also going to have to draw one of the event cards.
Don't worry. I think this one's going to be a good one.
I'm very worried. The one that you're getting says you received a visit from a predator. These predators are never friendly visitors, it seems. While you were working, Pep, on the knife, apparently a predator came into our camp and stole food.
What? Say it with me, Rodney. Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping.
We're bringing it back. This whole series has just been one elaborate kids program. Hopefully we don't get sued. So we are going to lose one of our food that we needed to eat at the end of this day, I'll just mention. And then this is going to get shuffled into the deck here, which I'll do now.
Now, I'm also sure that some aspiring viewer is going to say, but don't worry, we just made a knife. Unfortunately, that knife doesn't get into our inventory until the start of next turn. So as mentioned, let's shuffle this knife into the prepared area.
Shuffle? You don't shuffle a knife, Pep. That's dangerous.
Well, yeah, you shuffle knives.
No, you might juggle them.
I like to live dangerously.
Well, I don't know why I put my workers in the future area. I guess I will be getting them back in the future. Really, though, I just need to put the sack up here because we did finish it, proving that I'm much better at constructing things that don't involve wood in any way. Pep, it's your favorite time. It's time to explore. And I just have one request. If you would please find food. Any kind of food will do. Pineapples, bananas, coconuts, whatever.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a treasure chest that's just full of food. I mean, even gold. Gold's malleable. I'll eat it.
I don't want to see you eating gold. But you automatically succeed, which is good because you had a helper there.
More mountains.
Okay, mountains and potentially food in the future, but the most important thing here is I see a discovery token, and that means we could potentially find some hidden good thing, and it's herbs. That's something you could garnish food with. I don't think that's actually going to sustain us.
And again, we need to have the pot built before this will do anything.
Which we don't have. If we did have the pot, then we could discard this token to increase morale. But unfortunately, that's not possible right now.
You know, the pot itself also has the effect of letting us convert food into health.
Which, we could use some health healing right now.
But I think we forgot about something.
We did, Pep. We almost made a mistake. You realize we haven't made a mistake yet in this whole series if you don't count all the mistakes that we corrected?
Yeah, quote unquote, no mistakes.
That's right. There's a token sitting on top of this deck here, and that means we have to resolve a card from here, even though Pep was successful and had 2 workers there. And we're going to try to hide the bottom effect so we don't see what it is.
It's an empty forest.
That seems like it'll be safe.
Well, except it says that the animals are struggling to find food, so I don't know, that doesn't sound that safe.
Okay.
They're probably going to come after us.
Probably. All right, so this then, we have to shuffle into the event deck.
Otherwise, it doesn't do anything, though.
That's true. No immediate bad thing. Okay, well now we get to collect our goodies. So everything from up here is going to come down into the next area, and we've completed both the knife and the sack. And with the knife, we're able to increase our weapon level by 1, Pep, if you want to do that.
Squirk.
And we also gained an extra piece of wood.
Fantastic.
Okay, it's time to roll the weather dice. Pep, I think you did it last time, so I'm going to roll it up this time.
That's both good and bad.
Right, because we got nothing on this evil die, but unfortunately, 2 rain.
Well, we have shelter for one of these rain clouds, but unfortunately it brought a little friend along.
Yeah, and that little friend is going to require us to lose a wood and a food.
That's what friends are for. Taking your wood and your food.
Well, friend, maybe you can help get us some food back at least?
Yeah, see, something I said earlier was actually wrong. It was a mistake, but we're correcting it.
We're correcting it, so it's not really a mistake.
Because the knife is available to us now.
Yeah, these tokens we can actually spend, the goat, we can spend in other phases outside of the action phase. Like right now when we need to eat.
And we're going to need to eat both of them. Goodbye, Benny. Goodbye, Penny. Welcome to my belly.
We knew it had to come to this. They served a noble purpose, keeping us alive.
And warm.
It's too soon, Pep. I'm not ready to wrap their pelts around me yet. That would make me very sad. But we will eat the food.
You don't need to hand me the food. I'm not going to actually eat it.
And you know what? I think we survived this round. I wasn't sure it was going to happen.
Yeah, if we couldn't kill those goats, we both would have taken 2 wounds, and that would have been bad.
Oh, gosh. That was bad, all right.
Sorry, the goat meat's already going through me.
Well, thankfully, that ends the round. Okay, now we can advance the round marker, and we're going up to round, what is that, 6?
That's 6.
Halfway there.
Living on a prayer.
Okay, well, we're going to need some more than prayers, I think, to sustain us here, unfortunately, because we're both not doing very well.
Well, don't worry, because I have spotted a ship in the horizon.
What? Oh my goodness, what have you done here?
Well, I was so excited, I had to break my spyglass.
Why would you break it? I mean, we could have used this.
Yeah, but now we know the ship's coming. I gained 5 morale.
This is
morale.
This is a promo. This is actually an official promo for Robinson Crusoe that was given out at conventions and things like that by Portal Games. And it does say on the other side that when you bust it, you get 5 determination tokens. So, and we are determined. We've seen the ship. That makes sense, right? Now we know there's a reason to keep working. We can get out of here.
And I'm immediately going to spend 3 of these to up morale.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so morale's going up. So that puts us on the positive side.
On the positive.
That's
We're
good.
keeping positive. That ship's on the horizon. We know.
I'm telling you, I think we can win now.
Yeah, we just got to build this fire pile.
Let's do it. Let's go back to the table and get started. Well, first we're going to resolve another one of these glorious events. Well, it looks like we've encountered some termites.
I can't think of any child reference. This just sucks.
This is just bad. It says, if possible, discard 1 wood.
Oh, good, it is.
It is possible we have 1 wood, which we're losing. And then this will move down into the threat area. Now we can move on to the morale phase, and I'm the first player, and I'll gain 1 determination token. I'm now swimming in these. I got 6 determination tokens.
Yeah, we may be broken and bleeding, but we have no lack of determination.
That's right. Can you eat determination?
I think so.
Can you throw it on a wood pile?
I can throw you in the wood pile.
There you go.
It's time to produce.
And we've got some produce that we're gaining, both from our campsite and from the shortcut. So hopefully that means we have enough food to eat this round, and we're gaining 2 wood from the bonus tile there.
I think it's a good time for us to use this oil as well.
Right, if we discard this token, then we gain 2 wood, but this has to go on the wood pile, right? So we'll place it here, completing that level, and the next level will need 3 wood.
Oh, like a golf club?
There's no time for golfing here, Pep. Or your bad jokes.
Well, all joking aside, I think I remember seeing a nice, robust mast on the beach that we could probably use.
Well, you know what? How about as my first action, I'll head over there and I'll try to gather up that mast. Now, I will need to use a pelt when I do that. It also asks for wood, but I'm going to spend 2 of my determination tokens for my economical construction skill, and then we don't have to spend that wood.
So let me get this straight. I tell you about this mast, you pull the sail off and leave the wood behind and just throw the sail onto the fire?
I really can't explain any of my craftsmanship at this point, Pep. I don't know what's going on. I'm just very determined, okay?
Well, we also need a fire in order to get this wood pile going.
You know what? I'll take care of that too. And I'm going to put a little bonus token with this. This is coming from my handyman skill, which gives me a temporary brown token at a cost of 3 determination.
There goes all your determination in 1 round.
Well, I still have 1 left, but I've certainly depleted my supply.
You know, all these abilities firing off, I think I'm going to use one I haven't used yet.
Okay, which one?
It's called Scouting. It lets me look at 2 of those discovery tokens and keep 1.
How much is that going to cost you?
It's going to cost 3.
All right. This is maybe a good thing to do right now because it might help us decide how we want to use the rest of our actions. So I'll pass these over to Pep and give him a second to look them over and see which one he wants to keep. Now the other one, he has to discard permanently from the game.
So I've made my decision. I might be addicted.
What do you mean?
I happen to find a little bit more tobacco.
Okay. So you now have tobacco. Well, I guess we'll put this here.
And that'll just up our morale by 1.
Which honestly is a good thing, because if we get it high enough, we'll be able to start actually healing once per round, and we're both in pretty bad shape.
With that in mind, I'm gonna clean up the camp a little bit. It's been a long time since we've done it. So I'm gonna put a token here. That way we'll get a morale up 1, I'll get a couple more determination tokens, and maybe we can just pull it together.
Friday's gonna help us here. He's gonna come over and gather some wood.
That's the beach.
Right, where I got the mast from.
Yeah, and you left the wood behind, so that's where he found it.
He's gonna gather the wood that I left behind. Okay, good. Well, you still have 1 token left. What are you gonna do?
Well, we still have some wood or pelts that we need to use, so I'm actually gonna build up another level of this roof here.
Okay, do you wanna use the pelt for that?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, now it's time to resolve these actions. Well, let's start, Pep, with me trying to gather up that mast.
Success!
It is a success, but I am going to be facing some kind of event. So let's see what I gained here. Oh good, another predator, and it's a hungry one. It says here that while I was busy off with this mast, another predator visited our camp. And we have to decide.
Ooh, I like decisions.
Either I gain 2 wounds, get 2 food and a pelt, so I guess I fought the thing, and then we discard that card, meaning we won't have to deal with it later. Or we discard 1 food and lose a palisade level, which we don't have, and then shuffle this into the event deck.
And just to clarify, if we don't have a palisade level, you lose health instead, right?
Right.
So you're gonna lose health either way. I vote you take the 2 wounds and just hope that nothing else wounds you.
You know what, I don't like it, but I think it's the better option, I agree.
And now we'll have some spare food just in case some bad things happen.
And bad things always seem to happen. So there's the extra food and the pelt.
Ah, it doesn't go there, Rodney.
Sorry, right, I was getting a little too excited there. That goes into the future space for later, but the wounds, those happen right now. Just so everyone can see, if I take 1 more wound, I die.
Where'd that knife go?
You want to finish me off, Pep?
Friday and I are gonna run away together. He showed me where the food supply is.
You probably have more success. Okay, well, we did succeed in this massed effort.
So let's change this black token for a white one.
Now the wood that we gain from this mass can only be used for the wood pile, so how about I just place it here as a reminder so it's not getting mixed in with our other wood. You know what I'm just realizing? No one can see that we actually rolled a success here on this die. It was off screen, I didn't notice, but it was a success, right, Pep?
Oh yeah.
That wasn't at all convincing, Pep. It really was a success, believe me.
I would trust you.
You don't have to trust me, you saw it was a success.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. Well, this one is definitely going to be a success. The fire we succeed at, and our palisade level is going up by 1 because of it. Well, not yet, technically. We have to wait first to collect it at the end of the action phase.
I mean, we must have had fire all along. How was I lighting that pipe? I think this is us figuring out how to make a big fire.
A sustainable fire,
fire.
Right. We keep making little sparks, but not enough to really get things going. Pep, you've got construction now here on our roof. And you did succeed. You also took a wound, which is showing here, and you're also gaining an event. And last time I forgot to hide what was at the bottom, so I will this time.
Oh gosh.
Another predator in the camp? What is going on? It says again, another predator has visited our camp and attacks you. Pep, you're being attacked.
Oh no, Blue's back.
He's back and you have to fight him. He has a strength of 4 And it says regardless of your weapon level, you then have to shuffle this into the event deck.
I think this is the end, Rodney.
Did Blue come back to do us in?
I think so, because we only have a weapon strength of 1.
Right, and the difference of 3, you'd have to make up in wounds.
And I can't. 3 is
3 is
exactly enough to kill me.
2, dead.
Oh, so it's terrifying. Blue just rolled into the camp, and I mean, don't worry. I did manage to take out this predator, this vicious beast. So Blue's not gonna, you're not gonna have to worry. But I rolled both of us into the fire. I didn't make it either.
A noble sacrifice. Well, at least I'll come back to the camp and... You know what? All things considered, and this is bad, obviously.
This is awful.
But I've got a lot of food now. I don't really have to share any food anymore.
Oh yeah, and technically I succeeded, so I think I built the roof level up 1. You'll be able to survive for the rest of your life on this island, I'm sure.
And I won't even have to stay the rest of my life because there is a ship coming. Sorry, Pep, there is a ship coming. So I will be able to get off this island, right? Which is good.
I think it's time for me to reveal my horrible, terrible secret.
Which is?
The reason I broke the spyglass was because there actually wasn't a ship.
Oh, no.
And I didn't want you to be able to look for yourself. I thought that it would raise morale, and it worked. You know, you have one leg.
I was so determined. I was like, okay, we're going to do this. It was all a lie.
It was all a lie.
A horrible, horrible lie. I think barring that terrible event that just happened, though, I think we were actually, truly getting set up to possibly get back onto the success track.
Yeah, from here on out, we could just build a roof level up, maybe 1 or 2 more for safety, and then
deal
just
with the weather.
Yeah, keep healing ourselves, gathering food.
I think we could have spent the whole next round potentially, most of our tokens just healing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because we have so much wood coming in now, and the mast level would have been taken care of. I think we could have just been working towards dealing with the events and not really worrying about the objective. It was almost taking care of itself.
Could have even healed Friday.
Yeah, no kidding, right? But that didn't happen. Oh, what could have been? In this timeline, we lost because Pep died, nobly defeating that horrible predator that attacked us. Blue once again. Well, listen, guys, hopefully you enjoyed seeing how this game works and how we lost it. You can certainly feel free to put in the comments below all the things that we should have done differently to perhaps succeed. But until the next episode,
thanks for watching.